Well, friends, I have to tell you, this week I didn't write as much as I wanted to, as much as I'd hoped to. The fiction writing, that is. I wrote a little bit, but not near like I wanted to. I did like a lot of us will do, writers that were procrastinators. I hope you're not. There's very rarely does procrastination come or benefit. But anyway, I had said that I was going to try the different means of writing a story, and I really didn't do that. I found a new program, and I'm going to have to put the link below where I got it. It's a free program that helps to organize. So the problem I'm running into with my stories, especially the ones that go on longer, is trying to keep track of who's who and what, all that kind of stuff, since I don't plan ahead of time. And then after I write, then I plan. And so it gets cumbersome trying to keep track of what, who's what, where. Who's on first, I don't know who's on third. I don't know if you're old enough to get that joke, but anyway. So, yeah, that's the plan this week. So this last week, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot done. I did play with the program a little bit. It looks like it's going to be pretty helpful. It's very close to what I think Scrivener's like, but the best part is it's open source. It's free. Yay, and who doesn't love free writing software? So, anyway, that's all I really was thinking of sharing. Really, was just this new program that I found. That and I was thinking there's something else. Just get the writing done. I've been kind of in a crazy. I go through spurts where I love to just knit or crochet, make something with my hands, and so I do. It's like I've done 2 projects: slippers, knit some slippers, and a little soap saver. I don't know if you've seen those or not. And I've got these other little projects, but it's like an insatiable need. I gotta do it, so I do it, and I did it, and I got that out of my system. So tonight I'll be working on my story. Which one, I don't know. It depends on which one I feel most like working on. But I'm going to knuckle down and try one of these programs, or one of these processes, like I was sharing with you last week. One of them was the Lester Dent process, where you have like 1,500 words is the inciting incident. You know, it's like a structure, whatever. But I don't think I'm going to do that one. That doesn't really strike me. But I know Jerry Jenkins recommends like Dean Koontz, where you take your character, you plunge them into terrible trouble first off, and it's like well, I'll link to that below. But that's what I'm going to try. Now Jerry Jenkins, I'm going to try his process. What he'll do is he will write, he's early morning, he'll write his story for like, I think he does 10 manuscript pages, 20, I don't know, quite a bit, 2,500 words, I think, maybe, which would be probably about 10 manuscript pages. Anyway, he'll do that, but only, well, when he's writing a new story, let's say, he'll do that, and then the next morning he will go back and edit what he wrote the day before. So while he's writing, he's not editing, and that's a hard thing for me, is to write without editing myself as I go. I have a hard time with that. I do that in my regular copywriting and blog writing, stuff like that for people. I edit as I go, and maybe I should try not to do that, to see if that would reinforce the ability to get it all out and then go back and edit. I think I'm going to try that with my regular writing, so I can get ingrained in that, because when it comes to the writing of fiction, you've got creative writing, you're using your imagination and you're writing, but the editing part, the fixing the grammar structure, getting the words, phrases just right, that requires a different part of your brain. And so it can be taxing, I think, to switch between one and the other. So maybe that's why subconsciously I put off some stuff, because I know, I don't know, yeah, who knows why I do what I do, right? It would probably require a long, lengthy session on a psychoanalysis couch. But anyway, I'm going to do what works, right? And I don't really know what works because I'm still a young writer. What works for me the best. So I'm always open to trying something new. So that's what I'm going to try this week. I'm going to try doing like Jerry Jenkins does and writing, and then going back, and then while I'm doing that, I'm also going to use this software program I was talking about to keep track of my characters, who's doing what. So chapter 1, so-and-so did this, that, and the other. Last week, a lot of it was just getting used to how the program itself works, which is not, I mean, it's fairly intuitive, but not really that intuitive as some others have been. But it's pretty powerful. I like the fact that you can have little notes and little bits and pieces of something, like fragments is what the program calls it, where if you've written something, it's like, nah, it doesn't quite fit right here, but I like this, I might use it, so you can stick it somewhere else. And so all that stuff's handy and you know where it's at, instead of in a file folder buried somewhere. You don't even get me started on electronic junk, electronic clutter. I've got, yeah, I'm better, I've gotten rid of a lot, but that's a subject for a whole other day. A mental note. Okay, so anyway, I hope that you've been writing. If you have, please share below what you've been writing, what you've learned about yourself as a writer, and what you've been working on. I'd love to hear it. If you haven't already, I always forget to ask, please click to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let me know how things are going in your little corner of the world. So, as I always say, writers write, so I'll see you next time. Get writing.